Hi, my name is Julia. Welcome to my channel. Today we are doing another pick a card reading, and as you can see, we're doing a fantastic collab today with a very special guest. This is Sophie. For those of you who've been watching my channel for a while, you've probably heard her before doing her bark sometimes in the background, and today she's there's been some storms in Florida here lately, and when it storms or when she senses them coming, she gets a little sensitive. So my emotional support dog switches around the tables on me and I become her emotional support human. So she might be just doing the whole reading with us. I don't know. We'll just take it one pile at a time. Hi, Sophie, say hi. Don't be shy now. Don't be shy now. So, okay, so today's reading is going to be who wants to get to know you. So we're going to have 4 piles. Let me go ahead and show you the piles. Let's get the roses. Pile 1 is the yellow rosebud. Yeah, baby, yeah, look, yellow. Pile 2 is the pink rosebud. Pile 3 is the orange rosebud. And for pile 4, we have the red, dark red rosebud. Gorgeous. Hi, baby. Yes, hi, baby. Hi, baby. So, as per usual, timestamps will be in the description and in the comments. Yes, baby. Come on. Come on. Timestamps will be in the description and in the comments, so I will see you guys at your pile. Love you. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the yellow rosebud, pile 1, this is your reading. Who wants to get to know you? And I'm hearing, I thought I knew you, but I had no idea. Very interesting. So, I'm kind of seeing it right here. So today's reading is not going to be super long, but it's going to be to the point, and it's looking pretty interesting, pile 1. You have a few people who want to get to know you, and one of them is somebody who I feel you knew, or they thought they knew you, but now they're realizing they had no idea. It's like they want to get to really know you now, or to know you again, because it's almost giving the feeling of, well, I thought I knew you, but it's like, when somebody makes a judgment or an opinion and then they realize later they were really wrong. Like, oh wow, I had no idea. I thought I knew that person, or I assumed this about them, but they're totally not that. It's kind of giving that energy. So that somebody who thought they knew you, but they had you all wrong. That's one of them. I'm also seeing here there's, whether you're male or female watching, there's some women who would like to get to know you. Females, at least 1 or 2, at least a couple. For some of you, it's multiple. There's women who are curious about you. Interesting. And I'm seeing here also there's somebody who, very interesting. Somebody who's very intelligent, somebody who's very knowledgeable about a subject, who's might even be somebody who's looked at as like a mentor or a teacher, or somebody who's like even a guide or a life coach or something, but they've somehow taken some kind of it's like you've caught their attention, and they're very, it seems like kind of like not fascinated, but it's like they're very intrigued by you and they would like to get to know you. Also, I feel that for some of you there's either children that maybe, I don't know, maybe if you have boyfriend or girlfriend and they have kids, their kids want to get to know you, or if there's kids in your neighborhood, they want to get to know you. But there's I feel like a lot of you here are probably the animal and children people, you know what I mean, a lot of animals and children love you, because it's giving the feeling like there's some kind of younger people or children who are really have taken a liking to you, who want to get to know you. Now, so going back a little bit, there is somebody who you did, I feel to me, break free from. And this person that's where I'm feeling that energy of, I thought I knew you, but I had no idea. And this is somebody who I feel like you're not in contact with anymore. And I don't know how deep we'll get into that in this reading. But that person is, they want to get to know you because they feel like they don't know the real you. Also, these people, for whether it's male or female, a lot of them find you very attractive. They find you very attractive, and they feel that you're somebody who is very knowledgeable. They feel that you're very well versed. That you're somebody who, it's almost like, somebody who's been a lot of places, and it's like, wow, that person's they've traveled, they've been around, they know a lot about a lot of different things. Maybe you know multiple languages. Maybe you traveled to many different... I knew you were an animal person. 1 second. Venus says you don't want to know who gets to know you? Venus wants to get to know you. Hold on, you guys, really quick. Let me go let her out really quick. Hold on, baby. Here comes Mama. Okay, sorry about that. First it was Sophie earlier, and then it was Venus. Those are my babies. I love them. I'm their emotional support human, in case you can't tell. It's all good. So yeah, so like I was saying, now for at least one of these people, of the different people who want to get to know you, is very attracted to you and is very interested in you, pile one, okay? And I have a feeling that that's going to be, because this is since there's so many people here who do want to get to know you, and we are doing a collective reading, for some of you, it's going to be the person who's like, has like that life coach or like teacher type energy, guide, guru, could be a professor, a teacher. That person who's you've caught their attention, they're very attracted to you and they would like to get to know you. You know, they're coming out with Mars. They find you very attractive, and I believe this person would be very attractive as well. Also, you know, having teacher and Jupiter here, this person's very smart. This person has is very well versed, very well read, very intelligent, and I think they see that in you as well, and I think that's part of what attracts them to you, as well as finding you extremely attractive, okay? Also, I'm seeing here that this is somebody who is a person of good faith. I can't necessarily say if they're spiritual or not, because I haven't seen I've seen the cards as I laid them out, but I haven't really started to read them yet. But this is a person who has a lot of faith in their life. This is a person who does, believe in God. And me personally, I don't judge anybody. I know there's people out there who are atheists, and to each their own. Everybody's on their own walk. But this is somebody who does believe in God, and they do have a lot of faith. I also feel like this is somebody who, I'm not going to say they don't subscribe to the soulmate or twin flame thing, but this is somebody who I believe feels they haven't in their life yet come to meet a person that they would consider a soulmate, either that or they have recently separated from one. Okay, so it's one of the two. It's either they feel like, I've never met a soulmate, I've never met somebody who I really felt was my soulmate, or it's they did and they've separated and completely cut off from it. Okay, so it's one of the two. Also, I'm seeing here this is somebody who feels that even aside from the person who you cut off from, who feels like they want to get to know you again because they realize they had no idea who you really are. Aside from that, I feel like multiple people in here who feel like they had the wrong idea about you at first. Almost like, wow, like my first impression of that person I see is not what they are, and now I really do want to get to know them. So it could be like there could be multiple, maybe, even like women who you've met before, who maybe at first sight was like, I don't think I'm going to blend with this one, but now they're like, the more it's like maybe they talk to you for me, it's like, I actually think I want to get to know her, or him, something like that. A lot of these people like that you have, it's like old school values. They like that you are, whether it's traditional or that you're not new age, or it's a certain amount of respect that you give and expect from people is like what they might call old school. It's like, hey, I'm old school. I wouldn't when I was growing up, we wouldn't do that, or we don't talk to our parents like that, or this is how it was always been done. People see that in you and they like that, they love that, and it's like kind of what's drawn a lot of people to you to want to get to know you. Now, on a side note, I know I'm jumping around a little bit all over the place here, but for the person who I feel you cut off, that person would like to heal things and come back towards you, but they feel that you see them in the wrong light. This might be somebody who you had a painful, harsh ending with, and this person is having a hard time forgiving themselves, and they're losing sleep about it. This could be somebody who at one point you thought was a twin flame, or maybe was a twin flame, but you guys never came together because this person might have betrayed you. And this is something that I feel you have healed and moved forward from, but this person is having a hard time healing and moving forward, and because they know that they did something that was a betrayal towards you. This is somebody who you cut off. This is somebody who you let go of. This is somebody you don't look towards anymore. you've regained your balance and moved forward from this person, and that is the one who I'm hearing, I thought I knew you, but I had no idea. And they want to actually get to know you all over again. For a lot of you, you're like, I don't care. Don't want to hear it. For some of you, you're like, maybe one day, maybe in another life, maybe this life, I don't know. But that is the person, they feel like they don't truly know you now. Now they feel like they want to get to know you. And there's somebody else who's interested in you who doesn't know you yet. And then you have also some multiple women who are who think you're cool, whether you're a guy or girl, and would love to get to know you. Also, I see there's children. So for, like I said, for some of you, if you are, you know, maybe you have family members who have kids or in-laws that you haven't met the kids yet, or there's kids in the neighborhood who are really drawn to you and they find you either playful, or maybe you have kids and they want to get to know you too, that there's children who are very drawn to you. So that's what I have for you. Oh, also, I pulled a couple signs. So with Mars and Jupiter here, yes, it could very well be Aries or Scorpio, or even Sagittarius or Pisces, but we also have Sagittarius coming out here again, so heavy Sagittarius. We also have Saturn, so that could be Capricorn or Aquarius, and then as well Gemini. So those are just some confirmations. I love y'all. I'll see you guys in another pile or another reading. Hi, pile 2. If you chose the pink rose, beautiful. Pile 2, this is your reading. Who wants to get to know you? So in the intro, we had Sophie. In pile 1, Venus made a quick, well, she didn't come up on the camera, but she made a quick pass through and made her presence known. So I don't know if we're gonna have any animals come through, but if they do, that's who also wants to get to know you. You know, my pets always want to get to know all of you guys because they love you like I do. So anyhow, let's get into this reading. So really fascinating, kind of like in pile 1, you guys have multiple people who want to get to know you. So we're going to get into that. Yeah, I'm seeing some like multiple interesting energies here right off the bat when I pulled the card. So let's get into it. So, okay, so for the first one I'm seeing here, the feeling I'm getting from this is that it was somebody who you might have been talking to or dated, but this isn't like somebody that you had a serious connection with, nothing like that. But it's almost like somebody who you might have been starting to get to know, but then you guys stopped talking or maybe lost contact with each other. And that person, it feels like, has been thinking about you a lot and they really wanted to get to know you better. Also, there is somebody, now this could be the same person, or it could be somebody else in your life who is, who wants to get to know you. Maybe you know them like lightweight or just through passing by, you know, like an acquaintance, but they really want to get to know you better. And this is somebody who is different. By different, I mean there's something unconventional about this person, or they have a different way of doing things or looking at things. They have maybe a broader perspective or a different perspective. This is somebody who's unique. They're very unique, but this is somebody who really tries to, even though they're different, this is somebody who's very uplifting. They try to, this isn't like a bad different, it's like a good different is what it feels like. This is like somebody who has a different way of showing you things. It's almost, I know this might sound kind of strange, but it's almost kind of giving the feeling of like a counselor or a therapist or a life coach. And I kind of got that feeling a little bit too in pile 1, which is really kind of interesting because like I don't pick up on that kind of energy very often in a lot of readings. So I got it in pile 1 and pile 2. Maybe some of you came from pile 1. But yeah, yeah, because I'm being drawn to the part where it says highlights your fear of self-empowerment. It's kind of, doesn't that kind of give like a therapist or even possibly a teacher vibe or a life coach or something like that? Also, so yeah, that could be completely different from the person who I feel like it's showing like somebody who you talked to before. This person liked you a lot, I think more than you knew, and they've been thinking about you a lot lately. Now there's a third person I'm seeing here, and this is really interesting. So, because I'm just going to call it how I see it. You know, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Even though I know we all don't always like to hear some of these energies, but I'm just going to call it how I see it. It's giving the feeling of also there's like a karmic. Now, I don't know if this would be your karmic, or maybe if you have like somebody you're in a connection with and it's one of their karmics, or like an ex's karmic, or an ex, or maybe you have a soulmate who you're not in connection with and it's one of their karmics, but it's somebody's karmic, you know, who maybe I feel doesn't know you, but knows of you, or if it's your own karmic, like somebody you used to be in a karmic relationship with, it's like maybe like they feel like they didn't, that you're a new person now and they don't even know who you are anymore, and now they want to get to know you because they realize like you're not who you used to be, and they like the changes they see, and they want to know who you are. It's something like that. But for a lot of you, it's kind of giving the feeling of like maybe somebody who you were connecting with or used to connect to, like somebody who they used to be with, and that person feels like, well, I want to know who you are, because you seem to have made such an impact on them that either they couldn't make, or what did you do differently than them? They want to know. It's something like that. Okay, so yeah, so also, so I'm saying this is, yeah, fifth house. Yeah, this is somebody, like there's definitely somebody you used to date, somebody or talk to, or maybe you just started talking to, or they expressed an interest in you, and then somehow it just never got off the ground. This person's been thinking about you, and they really want to get to know you better. For some of you, one of these people is somebody who does not live near you. They're not from your area. This is somebody who would have to travel to see you. That could be, I don't know, maybe the person who is different, or the karmic, but there's something about that here. And now, interesting here, this is just going to be so specific. Definitely not for everybody, but I have to just say what I hear, Okay, I got police station and fed up in reverse, and right away I heard undercover. So, multiple things. Maybe one of these people has a job, and they work as some kind of, a detective, an undercover, some. For others of you, maybe that, hey, we all have things we've been through, there could have been some things you had gone through in your past, or things other people tried to get you involved in, karmics or something at some point or another. And so it could be some kind of, maybe there was an investigation of some kind or something but they're giving the feel of some kind of maybe an undercover person who wants to actually get to know you. Maybe they want to get to know your side of the story. Maybe they know your side of the story and something about you fascinated them, but there's something here about that. Yeah, so as far as the karmic goes, this is somebody who you either close the cycle with, or you close the cycle with the person that the karmic is a karmic to. Okay, yeah, and what I'm getting here is that karmic is going through something right now where they feel very heartbroken, and they're having a hard time getting over it, even though it was something that they were, whatever the karmic connection was, it's something that was from a long time ago. Clock in reverse, time in reverse. This was something from a long time ago, and this person still hasn't got over whatever it was, whether it was the connection with you that weren't bad, or whoever the connection with, maybe a soulmate of yours, a twin flame, a spiritual counterpart, an ex of yours, something, but this person hasn't got over everything that whatever happened in that connection. This person feels very heartbroken, and it's like it's like maybe they've, done some social media digging up stuff, and they see you, and they're like, it's like they want to get to know you and get to know more about you. I feel like that whatever, I don't feel like this person necessarily has, I'm not seeing anything about bad intentions necessarily here. It's more like, after everything that's happened, now they're like, maybe I should get to know this person. Like after everything that transpired, it's giving the feeling like something transpired between them and someone else, and now they're realizing like maybe I thought they were whoever, pile 2 was no good, and now I'm realizing maybe they are a good person. And it's like, I feel like maybe, I don't know if they'll necessarily reach out, but it feels like they would like to get to know who you are and know you better. Okay, yeah, so and as for the person, as for who it was that I feel like was interested in you, this person really, really likes you. They really think that you would be really good relationship. They want to date you. It feels like somebody really is interested in dating you. And also, but they're not sure if you'd be interested in them or if you'd find them attractive. I feel like this is somebody you haven't talked to in a long time. For some of you, there's something that happened that made you suspicious of this person, so you cut them off and stopped talking to them. Or there was something going on in your life where you weren't sure who you could trust, and so you're like, I don't know if this person is maybe they were displaying certain characteristics that reminded you of somebody who you couldn't trust, so you cut them off and stopped talking to them. But this person is like, so they're not sure how you see them, but they would like to talk to you. And this is going to be for an even smaller select for you, but I have to say how I'm seeing it. Okay, so I'm going to read this last little part in a couple different ways. So today's message is just kind of quick. There could be somebody who's incarcerated or was incarcerated, and they want with, or if it's like, okay, I have to be blunt, so that I know this isn't going to be for all of you, but it feels like somebody who is like maybe in like jail or prison, or maybe a program or rehab, or maybe they're in the military and they're off. It's like somebody who's secluded, off away from everybody. But it's like they've heard something about you, and it's like almost like they want to come out and like offer you something. It's either get to know you, offer you some information, try to start something with you, give you something, but it's like something like they want to come out or come back and come talk to you. They have something, it's good, it's not bad, it's nothing bad here, but it's almost like they've either taken an interest in you, or they were interested in you and then they went away, maybe in the military, or they went to jail for some reason, something like where they're away from everybody, and but when they come back, they want to either start something with you, or they are wanting to offer you something. Could even be some kind of information. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. Also, before I close this out, I have some signs here. I have Aries, Taurus, and we have Uranus, so that would be Aquarius. Also 5th house, that's Leo. 11th house, that's Aquarius again. And then also Sagittarius. So that could be your sign or one of theirs. I hope that for any of them, the person you dated, the karmic, you know, but that's who wants to get to know you. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I'm trying to, this week I should be picking up doing more readings again, getting back, everything kind of starting to speed up again. Yay! So, love you. See you guys in another pile or another reading. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the orange rosebud, beautiful. Pile number 3, this is your reading. Who wants to get to know you? Pile 3, you have a very unique pile. I can tell the way the cards jumped out. I never do my cards like this. This is almost like how I do it when I'm doing like a personal reading, but as they started to fall out and I was seeing like these little different storylines coming through, I just left it. Today's reading isn't going to be a very long one, but it's going to be, I think, to the point. So because there is some very specifics in here, this might not be for everybody. So I'm just going to give that little disclaimer, but we're going to get right into it. I also want to say I feel like I have a lot of very gifted or highly intuitive or psychics that have come to this pile. I think if you're watching tarot, you're probably, you know, off the bat, yes. But when I asked for, I rolled the dice and asked for some signs, we got double Scorpio and the South Node. So yes, you could be somebody who has some heavy Scorpionic placements in your chart, or maybe some of the people who want to get to know you have Scorpio placements, but there are definitely going to be, some of these people are from, yes, your past or even a past life with the South Node coming out, okay? So let's get into it. You have multiple people who want to get to know you, okay? So let's start off. First off, we have somebody who wants to get to know you, and I'm just going to be honest, I'm going to say it how I'm seeing it. This person is somebody who's actually in a connection. They're in a connection that they're not happy with, and I feel like this is somebody who has either wants to flirt with you or has already tried flirting with you. I feel like you might already have an idea of who this is. If you don't, this part of the message might not be for you, or it might be that this person has not made themselves known to you. This is somebody who has seen you. If you have an online presence, this person has seen your online presence, whether that is social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is. If you have that, this person watches you online. Okay. Also, you have somebody who looks up to you because they feel that you can either help them, heal them, or teach them in some way. There's somebody who is struggling with something in their life. There's something they're having some issue with, a hard time either accepting or healing from, and they look to you because they feel like so maybe you have, if you're like, say if you're a reader or you do some other kind of divination or spiritual work, and it's known, this is somebody who wants to come to you for your help or for your healing or for your guidance. Even if you don't have any kind of like, say if you're not on any platforms, but this is like, maybe you have people who maybe even by word of mouth or around where you stay, or you have some kind of practice. This is somebody who wants to, or even if it's just through a friends group and people know that you're very spiritual or very healing, very good at guiding people, helping them. There's somebody who's having a hard time with something, and it's either they've heard about you or seen you, and they want to come to get to know you because they feel like you would be able to help them in some way. Also, there is somebody here, we have multiple things here. This is very interesting. There's somebody here who wants to get to know you, but you should let this be a, caution. This is somebody who is, it's almost like they know of you, but they don't know you. And this person is judgmental, but they don't know you yet, but they want to get to know you, but know this before they come to you. You might know them, they might know you. It's almost even giving the feeling of like, I know this won't be for everybody, but it's almost giving the feeling of like an in-law, or even like a friend's parent, or or a family member's spouse. If it's not like, say, an in-law, say if you have like a cousin or a sibling and it's, their, partner, and they don't, maybe you have a family in another state and they have a new, person they're with, and that person might be a little judgmental. Maybe they come from a different walk of life, but that person wants to get to know you. But for a lot of you, it's almost feeling like maybe you have an ex or somebody you're with now, and it's like their parents, and but whoever it is, this is somebody who actually has been looking you up and maybe even following you from a secret account. This is somebody who feels that they have the best interest in somebody that like it's almost like even like they're the family member of someone, maybe like even a friend's mother, father, or spouse or something. And it's like this person's very judgmental, and even for some of you, this could be somebody who you cut off their family. So it's like, say if you, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a friend, a co-worker, an affiliate, and a colleague, an ex, a soulmate who you're no longer in contact with, one of their family members. And it's feeling like the person who you cut off wants to come talk to you. That person knows you and they want to come back into your life, but one of their family members is like not sure of it, and they're judgmental of this situation. And so they're looking into you. It's almost like they're wanting to get to know who you are. That feels like they're might even be following you from secret accounts. This person is very judgmental. It's kind of somebody who thinks they're holier than thou, and they're not sure of you. And so it's like it's almost like, I care about my daughter or son, and I don't know if you're the best for them, but they seem to want to come back into your life. And even though you've cut them off, they want to come back around. But I'm not sure how I feel about you, so I'm gonna get to know you better. So it's almost like either trying to dig up stuff about you, follow you from a fake account to see what you're about. Maybe you have a private, social media. So it's like adding you as, under a, I don't want to say catfishing, but it's almost like they're making a fake account so they can follow you, see what you're up to. Something like that. This person wants to get to know you or know more about you, because it's almost like somebody who you cut off, let go of, wants to change the way things are with you. For a lot of you, I'm hearing that this would be somebody who you had some kind of a serious connection with, maybe even a soulmate, spiritual, divine counterpart, a twin flame, and maybe you guys aren't in contact. Maybe this person, and it feels like this person wants to make things right with you because you guys have let them go. This person wants to resurrect what you had, but they have a family member who's judgmental of the situation, who's very judgmental, who's maybe trying to be either overprotective for this person and is kind of maybe following you or trying to find out more about you because they're not sure about you. So that might not be for everybody. And then also there's who wants to get to know you is people who were from your community or a group of friends that you are no longer in contact with. And these are people who didn't ever really get to know you very well. It could just have been acquaintances or people from around the way who had heard about you. But these people have heard some kind of fake news, or they found out that something they had heard about you was fake news and that it wasn't real. And so now they're curious. It's almost, and for a lot of you, these will be, whether you're a male or female, these will be females. There's at least 2 of them who have either realized that something they heard about you was fake, it wasn't real, and now they want to get to know you because you don't come around anymore, because they're like, oh wow, none of that was even real. So now they want to know you. But for others of you, it's also, or 2 people who are spreading fake news about you, who haven't seen you in a while, who've now heard something about how well you're doing, are looking into, like, want to see how if it's true or what's going on, because they realize that either maybe they were exposed for spreading fake news, something along those lines. And also for a lot of you, who wants to get to know you is yourself. It's feeling like, especially with all this Scorpio here, is you've gone through like some major transformation after transformation after transformation. It very spiritually evolved. You've gone through a lot of enlightenment, a lot of spiritual awakening, a lot of healing. You've transcended. You are not the person who you were maybe a month ago, maybe a year ago. You are now getting to know yourself. The truth of who you are. More and more you're awakening to yourself. More and more and more. And it's like, I feel like you're somebody who's been on with this double Scorpio here, you know, I'm not a Scorpio. I personally am a Capricorn. But I have a heavy 8th house energy, so I understand the Scorpionic energy the Plutonic energies very, very well. And so I understand it's constantly going deeper and deeper and deeper into yourself. Very spiritual, very psychic. And so I feel like you're somebody who's been on a spiritual path and you have come to know yourself, but there's been more and more layers and layers and depth you've come to. And I feel like this, especially maybe either recently or in this like maybe last year, there's been even more and more and more truth of who you are authentically becoming and being, and that you've even, just when you know yourself, it's like there's some kind of major catalyst or change. And so it's like you are getting to know yourself, the truth of the new you and all that. So that's what I'm seeing here for you. I love you guys. I feel like I'm this week going to be getting back more into picking my readings back up. So yay. So I will see you guys in another pile or another reading. Love you. Bye. Hi, pile 4. If you chose the dark red rosebud, very beautiful. Pile 4, this is your reading. Who wants to get to know you? So, yeah, like in this pile, and I think it was in pile 3, there's some interesting similarities. The way the cards fell out in pile 3, and in this one, have never fallen out in one of my pick a card readings like this. Like the way they were falling out, I could tell each one was like, for each person who wants to get to know you, like as the cards came out, I could tell I knew it, just certain things made a certain, it's like how it would come out almost like when I'm doing a personal reading. Very interesting. So this is going to be a very long reading, but I'm going to get what I see out there. And yeah, so let's get into it. This is Who Wants to Get to Know You. You have multiple people who would like to get to know you. So where do we start? Okay, well, let's start with the first person. So there is somebody who wants to get to know you, and I'm not sure if you actually know this person or how well you know this person yet. But this person is somebody who has kind of like a bad boy or bad girl type vibe. Like they're, I don't know, there's maybe something a little bit rebellious to them, or maybe are somebody who doesn't, maybe they just kind of go against the grain. They do things their own way is what it feels like. This is somebody who does things their own way. They're not somebody who they think for themselves, that's for sure. And they might have a way of thinking for themselves that might be even considered outside the box. But it's authentic is what it feels like. This is somebody who does not have bad intentions for you at all. This is somebody who's actually very interested in you. This is somebody who's taken a liking to you. I just don't know if I don't feel like they've expressed it yet, but it's feeling like either a crush or they're very interested in you. You might know them, you might not. It'll be different for all of you. This is somebody who wants to talk to you, but they're not sure how to reach out. But they see you, and they see a lot of good things in you, and they really feel like you're like they see the worth and value in you. They think you're a very valuable person. They think you're very worthy. They think you're somebody who would be like they see you as somebody who's like an asset, not in a way to be used, but as in like, wow, like that is somebody who I would want around. Like that is somebody who I'd want to be around. This is somebody who brings something to the table. They have something to offer, and that doesn't necessarily mean like material wise, but they see that you have worth. And but this is somebody who's very different. They do things their own way. They don't follow the crowd. They think for themselves. Might even be a bit of a bad boy or a bad girl, but this person is taking a liking to you, and it feels like they want to reach out. For some of you, they already have reached out and they're waiting to hear back from you. For others of you, they haven't reached out yet because they don't know how to approach you yet, but they're thinking about it and they want to. Okay, so that's one of the people who wants to get to know you. Now let's go to the next person. Back up here. Yes, here it is. Okay, so this next person, this is actually going to be probably more than one, but it has something to do with either a crowd of people that you used to know or used to be around, but that you're not really around again or anymore. And the reason I got the word again is because there was an energy kind of similar to this in pile 3, but it's a slightly different. In this, there's two people from, I'm getting two different, well, I don't want to say two people, I'm getting two separate kind of energies coming from this crowd. One is somebody who wants to, it's almost like somebody does it, maybe there's people who you used to talk to you don't talk to anymore, and they're not sure what you're up to or how you're doing, or maybe they heard something and they want to know. So it's almost like wanting to send somebody to talk to you to see what you've been up to or what's going on with you. Like, hey, go talk to so-and-so. See what's going on with them, so that person can go back and tell them. So that there's somebody who wants to get to know you or come talk to you because they want to go back to talk to, like, to just to take information back. But I for some of you, it's not necessarily that they have bad intentions, I'll put it to you like that, but it's more like somebody is putting them up to it. But this is because the person who's putting them up to it knows that they owe you an apology that they never gave you. Or it could be multiple people who feel like they know they did something wrong and they haven't talked to you in a long time, but things didn't end up playing out or going the way they had wanted or had planned for them to. Whether it was they had bad intentions or not for you, but they know they did something wrong, but it didn't play out the way so they had wanted, and things aren't going really good for them in life right now. They know they never apologized and they owe you an apology. They don't know what you've been up to. So it's giving the feeling of like having somebody come talk to you to see, like, to almost like to test the waters to see if it would be cool to approach you. Something like that. There's also somebody who's coming from this, feels like a past energy group. And now whether or not you're going to ever give these people the time of day, I don't know. So a lot of you is like, I would never give these people the time of day. It's a past and I'm leaving it in the past. And I respect that. But I'm just letting you know these are the people who want to or would like to get to know you. Or want to get to know you or what's going on with you. Also, there's somebody from this past energy group, okay, who did not do wrong by you, who was, it feels to me, was aware of something that was going on or something that somebody did that wasn't cool. And this person either was somebody who's actually stuck up for you, and I don't think you're aware of it. I don't think this person actually even knows you very well. They might know you or know of you, but it's giving to feel like it's not somebody who you're close with. But it feels to me like either this person stood up for you or wants to stand up for you and actually thinks of you as somebody who's cool people. Like they see you as a good person and wants to be cool with you and be good with you because they know that you're good. Like it's like they're like, I have no problem with pile 4. Whether you're a guy or girl watching, I have no problem with him or her. As a matter of fact, it feels to me like they stood up for you or they wanted to stand up for you because they knew that you weren't in the wrong for something that happened, is what this feels like. And it feels like they know you don't come around this group anymore, but it's like it feels to me they're from the same community because like Gemini, 3rd house, that's community. That's not from far away. That's like close by. So it feels to me like they maybe knew the same people or was in the same crowd, but they might, so that's why I'm saying they might know you or they knew of you, but this person looks at you in a good way. This person never did any wrong by you. As a matter of fact, this person, it feels to me like advocate, they stood up for you or spoke up about something that was going on or called somebody out on something or wants to stand up for you or come tell you something because they didn't do wrong by you and they're not cool with something bad that happened in the past. It's really what that feels like. Okay, now is where it gets even a little bit more interesting. it feels to me, and before I get into this right here, this is the last little one right here of who wants to get to know you, I just want to say I also had thrown the dice to get some energies, you know, some signs of the people who, you know, want to get to know you. And this is what's interesting. Maybe I didn't roll them around in my hand enough, because in pile 3, there was double Scorpio. It was double Scorpio in the South Node, so that's how I knew it was people from their past too. You guys got double Virgo. What's the chances of another double coming out like right like that? So you guys got double Virgo and Neptune. So first and foremost, you could be Virgo. You could have some heavy Virgo placements, or somebody in this, of all these people here, could be a Virgo. This is just for confirmation. It doesn't have to be. But this is telling me, though, that you are somebody who is very skilled or very adept or very knowledgeable, whether it's just all in general in life or about a certain subject or topic. There's something that you know a lot about, or you have a very highly developed mind, a very analytical mind, you're very smart, you're very skilled, so you can be very skilled at something, very knowledgeable about something, or you're extremely smart. It might be just you're very good at analyzing things, you see everything, you connect the dots very well. So with that being said, it feels to me that there's something that you are either, like I said, very skilled at, or you know how to do very well, or somebody knows that you know how to do something, or that you know about something. And there's somebody here with this shapeshifter or an alchemist in reverse. Somebody here who wants to, it's almost like they want to get to know you because they know you know something or know how to do something. So they want to come in and get to know you so they can learn how to do it themselves and try to mimic it, because it's almost like, it's almost giving the feeling like, say you know how to do some kind of a craft, maybe even magic, maybe even, or you know, or you're very psychic, and there's somebody who's having a hard time doing it, whether it's maybe they're having a hard time, you know, maybe someone's having a hard time. This is just an example. This doesn't have to be for everybody. Maybe they're having a hard time casting. Maybe they are having a hard time tapping into their psychic abilities, or they don't know if they're doing it right, or maybe they're trying to, maybe they want to learn how to do telepathy or remote viewing or read cards, and they know you know how, and they're having a hard time doing it. So it's somebody wanting to come in to learn from you, or to try to learn how to do what you do or the way you do it, so they can do it themselves. But this person, I'm not going to say they're bad, I'm not going to say they have bad intentions, but the reason they're approaching you is for the wrong reasons. It's not giving like, oh, I want you to be my mentor type energy. It's almost like, I wish I knew how to do that so I could use that to the advantage myself. And I'm going to come in and try to see how you do it just so I could do it myself and take off and then do what I want with that. But certain, you know, especially because I'm getting this alchemist in reverse, let me just read it to you what alchemist in reverse says. Misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. Misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. You know, and then with this shapeshifter reverse, it's giving the feeling that somebody wants to come learn what you how to do so they can just like mimic it, but they're not going to use it for the right reasons. But sunglasses in reverse, they don't want you to know they're trying to learn from you or mimic you. Then to the magician in reverse, they don't have the best intentions. This person probably wants to, I feel, make money off of it, but this person is having a hard time pulling it off. This person feels a little bit almost, with this bombshell reverse, I'm hearing envious, and they're going to come in with some kind of fake love. This person might live at a distance from you, or if not, it's somebody who, yeah, they might live at a distance from you, or maybe it's somebody who, because Sagittarius is also like that higher knowledge, they don't have the higher knowing, or it's almost like, when it comes, this might not be for everybody, but you know, for those of you who know, you know, when it comes to certain gifts, abilities, tarot, it's just not, yes, you could, having a mentor and all that is beautiful, it's good. Some of these things, though, come through the ascension process. You know what I mean? It's like there's certain levels of spiritual awakening, ego deaths, having to lose everything and then go within and find yourself and tap into that power within so that you are balanced enough to, I'm hearing I forget who the quote is by, those that don't wish to hold power, or those that don't seek to hold power are fit to hold it. It's something like that. It's like somebody wants to have a power so they can use it for control or for the wrong reasons, and they see that you are able to do something, and it's like they want to come in and get to know you, to learn how to do it so they can go for the wrong reasons. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting here. I guess I hope I wasn't over explaining that too much. But I love you guys. So really quick, just aside from, so we also had Neptune, so that could be Pisces. This could be you or one of the people who are involved here. And also with that Neptune, it's giving like the feeling of like illusion, like somebody like trying to cast illusion, like maybe pretend like they already knew how to do something, or, you know, pretend to be cool to come in to see how you've been, something like that. But also, I just want to say, there is just, let's not forget on the positive side, you got a bad boy or bad girl who's very interested in you. And you also have somebody who has stood up for you or wants to stand up for you or come bring you information because they know that you're good. They know that you're good. This person is somebody who's not in bad standing. This is not somebody else. This is somebody who would have your back or wants to have your back or did have your back. But I feel like they don't even hardly know you that well, but they know that you're good people. So that's what I have. Oh yeah, also second house, it's Taurus again, Gemini, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, and possibly Pisces with that Neptune. So those are just to confirm for some of you. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in another reading. Bye.